Welcome to Worldwide Hippies News and Stuff for the week of April 4th. I am Winston Smith. Right to the news. Barack Obama came under fire last week for revelations about the CIA in Libya. Unnamed sources reveal, and the White House has since verified, that President Obama signed a presidential order allowing CIA covert operations to invade Libya several weeks ago. On the face of this, it seems that our president lied to the American public when he stated that no American boots would be on the ground in Libya. But the White House reiterated its statement, no boots on the ground, last weekend to Worldwide Hippies. It also provided us with photos to prove it. Well, here you can see, this is the new spring fashion in military clothing for our troops that now include slippers. And you can see our CIA operatives were lining up to display the new Libyan invasion footwear. See? No boots. Just a footnote. Hillary Clinton was wearing loafers when she met several times with a hand-picked rebel we are grooming for running Libya once Muammar Gaddafi is allowed to relocate to Haiti. But don't tell NATO, it's going to be a big surprise. And this, Amnesty International released its list of executions. This is the global picture in numbers. Last year, 2010, at least 23 countries were known to have carried out judicial executions. The operative word here is judicial. If the death at the hands of governments included non-declared wars, disappearances, drone attacks, sniping, and armed forces kill for fun teams, CIA and China death squads, forced labor, and Republican budget cuts, if they were all added in, the numbers would be in the millions. But let's stick with judicial. Bahrain, 1. Bangladesh, 9. Belarus, 2. Botswana, 1. China, thousands. Egypt, 4. Equatorial Guinea, 4. Iran, 252 and counting. Iraq, 1. Japan, 2. Libya, 18. Malaysia, 1. North Korea, 60. The Palestinian Authority, 5. Saudi Arabia, 27. Singapore, none reported. Somalia, 8. Sudan, 6. Syria, 17. Taiwan, 4. The United States of America, 46. 48 if you include the Bill of Rights and Bradley Manning's dignity. Vietnam, none reported. Yemen, 53 plus. The following methods of execution were used in 2010. Beheading, well, that was Saudi Arabia. Electrocutions, the USA. Hangings were done in Bangladesh, Botswana, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Japan, Malaysia, North Korea, Singapore, Sudan, and Syria. Lethal injection was used in China and the USA. Shooting, Bahrain, Belarus, China, Equatorial Guinea, North Korea, Palestinian Authority, Somalia, Taiwan, USA again, Vietnam, and Yemen. And hey, how about some good news? Fox News is losing viewers. Best news this week. And this. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Scalia caused a four-car pileup last week. He was ticketed with a moving violation for following too close. The media gave him a softball treatment, and it seems that Mr. Rogue Hell on Wheels is going to get away with violating a federal law also. According to the Department of Transportation, federal regulations, particularly Regulation CFR Part 382 Subpart B, for government employees says, and I'm assuming that Mr. Scalia is a government employee, he pulls a fat check from taxpayers, so that should make him at least a part-time employee of the federal government. Anyway, the law states that post-accident drug testing is required within 32 hours of an accident where the driver received a citation under state or local law for a moving traffic violation arising from said accident. But Judge Anthony Scalia never took the drug test. I think Americans have a right to know if the corrupt Scalia was under the influence of drugs and or alcohol. If any other American was involved in a four-car pileup, you know the police would have demanded at least a breath test. Mr. Speedo under the robe, Scalia, received a moving violation ticket, but he just laughed it off, and he arrived on time to the Supreme Court to hear a discrimination appeal and was able to follow through with his mocking of women and praising of Walmart as he had planned. What time is it? Japan. Japan's meltdown.
Yeah!
Oh no, there's radiation now being detected in the air across the whole country.
No!
And it's also being detected in the milk. And now it's in the beef. Yes, it's in the beef. Radiation has been found in groundwater. Radiation is being found in rain and snow all over the whole country.
Are you looking at my eye?
Oh, sorry, that was California and the rest of the United States. In Japan, the government just bought the power plants affected with the meltdown crisis, passing along the bill to Japan's taxpayers and assuring that the too big to fail electric corporation will get its future profits. It sounds more like Obama. Anyway, TARP for foreign banks? You betcha. American taxpayers not only bailed out Wall Street, they bailed out banks in Brussels, France, Ireland, Germany, Bank of China. Thought we owed them all the money. Anyway, many other European and Arab banks were also bailed out, but the one that really should get Americans ready to howl is the loans that it made to Libyan banks. Money that supposedly went right into Muammar Gaddafi's Swiss bank accounts. Again, what time is it? Well, I hear it's time for our asshole of the week. This week, it's Republican Governor Paul LePage from Maine. Now, most progressives know what an ass this guy is already. He took down images and changed names on government property that were related to union struggles over the past 200 years. But, no pun intended, he is now pushing a bill sponsored by Republican Senator Deborah Cruella Plowman of Hampton. That would bring child labor laws under attack.
If Republicans get their way, if you are a kid in Maine, you will be privileged to receive not $7.50 an hour anymore, but $5.25 an hour. Also,
yeah, their plan is to work the little bastards longer for less pay and get them used to it. Governor, you put a stink on our democracy, and your leadership in Maine was bought and paid for, and it does allow you to do whatever you want to the decor of your house of prostitution. But, and this time the pun is intended, for trying to push child labor laws a giant step backwards, you, Republican Governor Paul LePage, are worldwide hippies asshole of the week. And a short commentary this week on activism. I won't mention his name, but the fool down in Florida who preaches salvation and burns the Koran shows that one person can make a difference. It's unfortunate that the difference he made is not for the better. I encourage everyone to be active, but this is not activism in its true form. This is just hate. That's all I have to say on that subject. Thank you all for watching Worldwide Hippies News and Stuff for this week. Please visit our site, put your comments there, and we will see you next Monday.